So our assignment was to make a 1-minute video and explaining how we would build social capital in our community. So, first going into this assignment, I thought of a lot of ideas that would build an inclusive community, but not very many that would build on our social capital until I came along with this idea of creating a cleanup crew. So, some background information. I live right next to a park, Kiwanis Park, and one of the main problems in this park is the filth that is polluting that lake. So, the center of this park is Kiwanis Lake, and if you were to take a walk right now, you would see probably some fish, just dead fish floating, some trash, some bottles. It's terrible. Um, I know that as a city, we rely on the city of Tempe to do the maintenance, the cleanup, and all that. But in order to create a social capital in this specific neighborhood, I think a great idea was to create a Kiwanis cleanup crew. And that would just entail residents who live in this neighborhood to pick maybe like a Saturday morning and go clean up the lake, go clean up the park, and kind of take the burden off of the city. Now, the reason that I thought that that would be a great idea is because we rely so much heavily on the city of Tempe, like I said before. But not only that, when they don't do it a certain way, you see that the residents end up complaining. That pollution in the lake affects us all. It starts to smell. It starts to take away all of the people who are coming to the park, and that is one reason why we live so close to the park is we like that inclusiveness and the busyness of, people getting together, and it's so convenient to have. And if that park is completely trashed, you know, I don't think it's going to be looked at the same. I think people are going to kind of not want to be at Kiwanis Park, and I think that's really upsetting because that's not what we want our neighborhood to be known as, the stinky, smelly park. I think this would build social capital mainly because I don't see how it couldn't if, residents are coming to reach a helping hand. Now, the story of Stuff, it gave a really great quote, and it's the narrator said, "We can't change a game this dumb, one rule or one player at a time. The problem is the goal itself." And I think this really embodies that quote because our goal is to keep it clean, but we're relying on other people to do it. I think that if we take this goal and we initiate it ourselves, we can get a lot done. And I think that is what inevitably will build the social capital in my community.